What's up, YouTube? Max Clausen here. Today, I'm going to bring you a deck profile of my Fluffals, aka Frightfurs. Relatively new deck that's been getting a lot of attention recently, and with the new support that's coming out in a few months, I believe it is. I just had to get this deck, so I'm going to be showing you the main and extra, not a side deck ready for it yet. And hope you don't mind the music, and hope I don't get a copyright of some bullcrap. Running off with the three edge imp chains. What he does is he's sent from the field to graveyard, hand to the graveyard. He can search out a Frightfur card, and whenever he declares an attack, he can add a copy of himself from the deck to the hand. Pretty good. Next, three Fluffal Bear. He straddles to the deck, searches out any Fluffal or edge imp monster that you need. You got the three Bear. Self-explanatory. When he first came out, he was pretty garbage. He searches out Toy Vendor, and when he's on the field, you can tribute him to add a poly from the grave back to the hand. Run the two Edge Imp Sabers. Pretty self-explanatory. Play spreader like effect. Put a card face up from your hand to the deck, and then special summon it from the graveyard in defense mode once per turn. Got the three King of the Swap. Can be used as any fusion material, and the other ones have to be correct, and he can search out a poly, self-explanatory. Going to be getting its secret rare or super, more than likely. Next, we run the one owl, one sheep, and one cat. Owl, the search poly, or be used as one himself, gets over beast. Sheep can special summon itself, and then bounce a Fluffal card back to the hand to special summon an edge imp from the graveyard or your hand. And cat, whenever it's used as a fusion material, it can add a poly from the grave back to the hand. As you can tell, this deck relies on poly. And the three Fluffal Wings. Pretty great card that this deck needed. Thank God they finally got it. It can banish itself from the graveyard and another Fluffal, draw one, pop Toy Vendor, draw two, and then Toy Vendor's effect, you can draw essentially +3. It's pretty broken. So for the monster lineup, it's a little 20 monsters. Next, you got the two instant fusions, self-explanatory. Three Frightfur fusions, your miracle fusion of the deck. Banish material from the field or graveyard. Only once per turn though. You got the run Regeki. Sorry in advance, I'm a little sick, sadly. Three polymerizations, all super. Super poly. I'm funny. Got the two Dark Hole. Pretty old staple card. Nobody really expects it in this day and age. But since this deck relies on OTKing and board wiping, yeah, Dark Hole's pretty good. Got the two Twin Twisters. Because, more board wipe. One Frightfur Factory. You can banish a polymerization or any fusion-based card from your graveyard. And then special summon a Frightfur fusion using monsters in your hand or field as material. And when it's popped, you can add a Frightfur fusion that's been banished back to your hand. Number three, Toy Vendors. So the effects can stack on each other, so you can activate, drop. And basically, you can do this more than once. It's not once per turn. Well, they are, but it's not stable to that, just one. You get what I mean, hopefully. When it's popped, you can search out any Fluffal or Edge monster. And then the traps, we got two Fusion Reverse. I do have a third one, but it's decided. Reveal a Fusion monster, add one of the material from your deck to the hand, and if you have one in the grave, add a poly to your hand. Pretty good. And the one Vanities, because if essentially you want to keep your board, don't want your opponent going off at all. For the deck, 40 cards. Next to the extra deck, Staples, Abyss Dweller for PK Fire and Mermails. And Castell for obvious stuff being sent back to the deck. One Norden, self-explanatory, good staple. Two Sheep, it's an Armides when it attacks, and if it's destroyed by an opponent's battle or card effect, it can come back 800 points stronger forever. We got the one Frightfur Bear. I only use this for the most obvious reason, Fusion Reserve. But if you don't know his effect, if he destroys something by battle, he can equip it to himself and he gains attack points. Pretty okay if you're going up against some bullcrap decks. And three Frightfur Tiger. Only because if one gets solemn, the other one gets stopped by bottoms or something, you have a third one. Pretty good for as many materials used for his summon. He can pop that many cards. Frightfur Wolf, pretty much the same effect like Tiger, except for every material he can attack that many times. Pretty much the LTKer. Yeah. You got the 2 Sabertooth. When it's fusion summoned by using 3 or more materials, it can be destroyed by battle or card effects. And when it's summoned once per turn, it can bring back a Frightfur monster from the graveyard, only when it's fusion summoned. And 1 Starving Venom, he gains attack points equal to 1 special summon monster on your opponent's field. He can take an opponent's monster's effect, and if it's destroy all special summon monsters your opponent controls. I believe that's it. Next, for a build I have in the side deck, I have the my Ghost, Career Wing, my Crystal, and Ultimaya. I will be making a future update for this video, or a different version update for this video, but obviously how these guys went, and I'll only go into those when I make a different version of the deck. That is it for this version of the deck. When a new support comes out, best believe I'm right up on it. Like, comment, rate, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you all in the next video.